One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. check in with her right now.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. One of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. And the Sooners headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He's changing the play. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Out wide right, it's Mobley. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all 3 phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what a coach is talking about. Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty. It's not fun. But let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Motion from the wide receiver. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. On the move. He'll get rid of it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
This quarterback, man, is scary fast. I think sometimes he's too fast. I think on a play like that, sometimes when you're on the run, you just want to sort of settle yourself a little bit, get your feet under you so you can make a more accurate throw.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Hands it off. Stopped right there.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
Well, on that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the...
And he muffs it. It's loose. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Hits inside, it's Hawkins. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
To the air, it's Bentley. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. The run inside. It's Hawkins. He's past the sticks. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language of this defense. It has changed.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Bentley. Still looking. He'll let it go to the left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I'd like to see the receivers do a better job fighting to get open on that scramble play. The quarterback's flushed out. He's working to his left. You now need to break the route off. You got to run with him. Someone's got to go down the boundary. Someone's got to come back to the quarterback and give him a place to go with the ball.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he gets it away.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
3rd and long coming up. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. To the air, it's Bentley. With the catch, it's McIntyre. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Running inside, it's Hawkins. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10. This is a designed run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And he puts through the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mobley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Quick give. It's Williams. Breaks into the open. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Drops back on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Making the adjustment. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Kick is in the air. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Straight ahead, it's Hawkins. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Moving the pocket, it's Bentley. Right side, it's Jordan. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, it's Hawkins. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the move. There he goes. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Wants to throw on first. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They're all over him. And it's a sack. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Bentley. Look out! And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Punt is on its way. Trying to get started. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Making the adjustment on the play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Can hold on in the face of the contact. Long way to go on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit them right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Hits inside. It's Perez. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. Drops back. It's Bentley. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, As we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings, the Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with Middle Tennessee State taking on the number 16 team, the Virginia Cavaliers.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
And it's the Blue Raiders, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And maybe, just maybe, this win helps them turn their season around. They get back to 2-3 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throwing, they've got to go a long way. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback keeper. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. Trying to make one miss. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Oh, pressure's coming. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run inside. It's Hawkins. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Trying to do it himself. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Tight end now in motion. Second down, going to throw it. Throws to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking to throw on 3rd. Out wide left, it's Graham. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They'll move the wide receiver. Got to make the play on 4th. Finds him out of the backfield. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
That tells you a lot about their confidence of this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. That's reeled in. It's Graham. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Danzy. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Might as well run him again. Finding got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The extra point here would tie the game.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Bentley. Out wide right, it's Hawkins. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Running inside, it's Hawkins. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Looking to the big tight end. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Quick give. It's Coleman Williams. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Drops back on first down. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards.
Blue 22, blue 22. Ready, go.
Straight ahead, it's Mobley. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. Motion from the back. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
And it'll be down right there.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Looking to throw, it's Bentley. Rushes on. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And here comes the offense on second down. He'll take it himself. Down he goes.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Trying to squeak through the pile. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Second and long here. Moves the pocket. It's Bentley. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, it's Hawkins. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the move. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I just don't like the play call, guys. 2 straight runs, and you're just wasting clock. At this juncture of the game, you need to score, and you got to score quickly. Running the ball is not going to get it done.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. To throw, it's Bentley. Makes a grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wants to throw one first. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hits inside, it's Hawkins. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They'd love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking for a man, it's Bentley. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, 2nd miss of the day. We might not see him again.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. They want to run this quarterback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. The give is to Williams. Turning it on! And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. With the line of scrimmage at the 37, that will leave them with a long 54-yard field goal attempt and a chance to win the game. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, the only hope is to get a stop and play another round of overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
So here comes our first play of overtime. Sets his feet. It's Bentley. It's complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The Sooners are threatening in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hawkins. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and is supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that field goal? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown Sooners! They jump on top here in OT.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They send the tight end in motion. The give. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll ride him again. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole play.
Driving forward, it's Young. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Fourth down. Pick it up here or this game is over. Snapped on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Booster, booster. Go, go.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. They did not get it. The aggressive call to try to win the game right here, and they come up short in OT.